Hello, this is Gary Cleveland here at Helicopter Ground. This lesson we're going to cover registration requirements and aircraft pre-flight. 107.13 in the FAA AIM mandates adherence with the provisions of 91.203A2, also located in the FAA AIM. If the small unmanned aircraft weighs between 0.55 pounds and up to 55 pounds, unless you are flying under the special rule for model aircraft. 91.203A2 describes that the following will satisfy the registration requirement as far as documentation goes. An effective U.S. registration certificate issued to its owner, or for operation within the United States, the second copy of the aircraft registration application as provided for in 47.31C. or a certificate of aircraft registration as provided for in Part 48, which Part 48 is specifically for small unmanned aircraft. Or a registration certificate is issued under the laws of a foreign country. Note that registration can be accomplished at registermyuas.faa.gov. You are required to do a pre-flight of the unmanned aircraft before you operate it. We put these two presentations together because both of them are fairly brief. If you look at Part 107.15, which is specifically for unmanned aircraft, it does require that any PIC who wishes to manipulate the controls of a small unmanned aircraft must conduct a check of the aircraft system to determine whether it is in a condition for safe operation. This is a very similar process as a manned aircraft would have to be checked. Any pilot would know that before the aircraft is operated, a proper pre-flight has to be conducted. Manned aircraft have a POH, which will walk you right through everything that the manufacturers recommended that you check on the aircraft. Such is the same with some of the small unmanned aircraft systems. No person may continue flight of the aircraft when he or she knows or has reason to know that the small unmanned aircraft system is no longer in a condition for safe operation. If your manufacturer has provided inspection procedures, it is usually found in the owner's manual or the maintenance manual. As an option, the aircraft owner-operator may wish to create an inspection program for their own unmanned aircraft system. Visual condition inspection of the small unmanned aircraft components, airframe structure, along with the flight control surfaces and linkages, registration markings for proper display and legibility. Note that the registration markings must be accessible without the use of tools. They can be behind a cover, as long as that cover can be easily removed without the use of tools. Inspect all movable control surfaces, including airframe attachment points. Inspect the servo motors, including attachment points. Inspect the propulsion system, including power plants, propellers, rotors, ducted fans, etc. Verify all systems, i.e. aircraft and control unit, have an adequate energy supply for the intended operation and are functioning properly. Inspect the avionics, including the transceiver, communication navigation equipment, and antennas. If equipped, calibrate the unmanned aircraft system compass prior to any flight. Inspect the control link transceiver, communication navigation data link transceiver, and antennas. See that the display panel, if used, is functioning properly. Check ground support equipment, including takeoff and landing systems, for proper operation. Check the control link between the aircraft and the control station for correct function. Check for correct movement of control surfaces using the control station. Check onboard and navigation and communication data links. Check the flight termination system if installed. If applicable, check fuel for correct type and quantity. If you happen to have a drone that operates using fuel, I'd love to see a picture of it or a short video of it flying. That sounds pretty cool. Check battery levels for the aircraft and control station. Check that any equipment such as a camera, is securely attached. Verify communication with the small unmanned aircraft system, and check that the UAS has acquired GPS location from at least 4 satellites. Start the unmanned aircraft system propellers to inspect for any imbalance or irregular operation. Verify controller operation for heading and altitude. Do a flight path walkthrough and verify any noted obstructions that may interfere with the UAS. At a controlled low altitude, fly within range of any interference and recheck all controls and stability. That concludes this presentation, and we'll see you in the next video.